folks, it's Ben here from Novel Wines in Bath. We're in our shop's secret garden this afternoon to taste some al fresco style wines. It's from the Canned Wine Company, which is a local Bath-based company, all bottling premium juice, so fine wines in a can if you like. So we're going to taste some of the range, aren't we?
We will. We'll taste all the range actually.
So what have you got here for us?
So starting with the white wines, obviously, we have a Gruner Veltliner from Austria, the home of the grape. And this is sourced from a very fine producer in Lower Austria, and we were actually helping these guys to source their wine, and we know the wine that goes into these beautiful cans, and these are their latest canning. So
yeah, fresh off the, well, not off the press, fresh off the bottling line. Bottling. So I love Gruner, and for me it's all about the spice. So has anyone tried Gruner in can before? Apart from this?
I have not. No.
First time? Okay, cool. Should be exciting. And so straight away, what have we got? We've got quite intense nose.
Yeah, very fragrant, like green herbs and really nice stone fruits and a bit of pepper.
It's still got a nice freshness to it as well.
Yeah, almost pear as well, like white pear. And
yeah. It smells like Gruner to me. It smells like a really delicious.
So Sauvignon Blanc doesn't work very well in cans. So this is like the answer to Sauvignon in a can. So a really nice fresh wine.
It's really beautifully fruity on the palate.
I like the juiciness for me. It just sings garden, picnic, summer.
Yeah, and you're talking about sort of pear on the nose, and I was sort of half guessing that, but now on the palate it's really coming through, very sort of like juicy pears, but also that sort of sherbety pear drop taste. Really
nice and ripe and quite big actually for Gruner.
It is, and it's very easygoing. I think that's the best part, and it feels like it's a wine that's straight out of a bottle. It doesn't say anything about the canning. It's very quality, fresh white wine that I would like to have in any warm summer's day or for a picnic or something. So
yeah, and it's 250ml, so it's 2 small glasses or a generous large glass if you're really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty still left in that can as well, isn't
there?
Yeah,
exactly.
tasting samples.
No, I like this. Bit biased. Did help find the juice, but this is good Gruner. Very good.
It's brilliant.
Okay, shall we move on to what we've got next? We have Grenache Rose.
Yes.
So this is French. So interesting from a novel point of view. This is Languedoc Roslin area. Really nice. Thierry's making it. Fab winemaker. Oh, hey!
That's the sound that we want to hear.
Yeah, we want to hear the pop. And these wines are kind of, they're supposed to be at the level of really top class bottled wine. No compromise just because the format's different.
And that said, just a short note on the design, they are beautiful cans.
They are.
Good,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, you probably can't see it. I mean, I don't want to just.
We'll flash some pictures up.
Yeah, because the focus will lose or whatever. But yeah. So don't forget, this is where the finest rosés arguably come from in the world. So South of France. So the expectation's quite high, and I think this canned wine really delivers that and surprises, because the canned wine experience, the common experience, is kind of known by many people.
Yeah.
But this is definitely an oddity among that quality level among canned wines in terms of rosé. This is definitely something that.
And I think it's fantastic because often I sort of see canned wines things, and they tend to be sort of wine spritzers, and I'm almost pour this out kind of expecting that, and then surprised to be presented with a proper wine that tastes like it better than from a bottle. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to be disappointed by a can, do you? So what are we smelling? What's the aromas?
I get that really beautiful, subtle strawberry and cream, that dried raspberries, but what makes this rosé quite quintessentially like Provençal rather, is that herbaceous, that Provence, what they call garrigue, the Mediterranean herbs that they have there, and it's very subtle, so it makes it really nice and complex for me.
Yeah.
I really like the bittersweet, grapefruity kind of tang that I'm getting.
I think it's nice because you've talked about strawberries and raspberries, you talk about grapefruit, and they're all, you can kind of get all these things, but none are too obvious, so it's not too overt, it's really nicely balanced.
Yeah. It's got the best of everything.
Yeah.
Nicely
Which
put.
is what you want in a rosé, is the best of everything.
Definitely.
So yeah, just have a taste. I mean, I've had a few tastes, but let's
Okay.
have another taste.
It's tough not to go back and take another sip after you take one, but I think that tart grapefruit freshness comes from the fact that it's in a can, and I haven't really seen that in any bottled rosés, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And south of France is fairly warm, so you don't really get those kinds of flavors, but really in a can it preserves its beautiful freshness, and it's
Yeah, which is ideal for kind of summer drinking and that.
Yeah. I really, for me, right at the end, do you get that kind of like tangerine orange thing? Just lingers for ages.
Absolutely.
Really
So it's almost
nice.
going through the citruses. You get sort of like
Yeah.
grapefruit turns into tangerine.
almost kumquat, or you know that
Yeah,
orange
I mean-
peel.
I eat a lot more oranges than kumquat, but yeah, 100%. And then this with like sausage rolls, pork pies. Come on, meat free. Let's go. What is it?
Mediterranean salads.
Vegan sausage
yeah.
rolls.
Brie?
Um,
This is a
I'll
great
tell you
brie
what.
wine.
I would love like a baked brie salad with this.
Oh, fantastic.
It would
yeah.
actually.
But it's also it's super versatile. I think it's great for sort of picnic food. Everyone can
Yeah.
bring sort of potluck, and this is likely to match with most things. So it's ideal.
And also, this way, you can have one person has a white wine because they're a white wine lover, one person has the rosé, one person has the red, and all of that is for the price of a bottle, divided up to your personal taste, which is great. Talking of which, you've got a red, haven't you?
I
What
do
have you got?
indeed. So
Go
I
on,
have
polish this up.
a little Spanish number. This Old Vine Garnacha from the north of Spain, from Aragon. And I'm not going to say too much about it. I'm just
Okay.
going to pour it out and see what you guys.
So just to clarify it, this was what the rosé was called Grenache Rose, and this is called Garnacha Red. So they're basically the same grape grown in different countries, and hence why the pronunciation is a tiny bit different. It's so gorgeous.
Look at the colour. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but that is
It's gorgeous.
proper
Yeah.
red wine, right?
It is.
Oh, have a smell of that. Oh. This is exactly what you need on the kind of al fresco dining like this, where we've all got damp bums, there's overcast everywhere, and there's
British summer
yeah,
al
Brit-
fresco dining.
British summer canned wine.
Before it gets too cold in the winter, you know, just around this time.
Right, so nose, what do you guys reckon?
You see, for me, it's all cherries, black cherry, a little bit of dried strawberry, and chocolate. I get a really nice chocolate vanilla kind of smell. It smells big.
Yep.
Like
I-
proper big bold red.
I get a bit of like dried cherries too. I mean, they're not very common to find, but if you've ever had dried cherries, it's very much like it. And a bit of prunes, but not too much. So
Yeah.
it's not too stewed, because in most bottled Spanish garnachas, you're going to get a bit more stewed fruit. But this one, again,
It comes back
preserves
very,
that freshness.
hot weather.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Right, let's taste it. Oh, sorry, I've polished mine off.
rightly so. I mean,
halfway
it
through,
really
yeah.
it tastes like what you expect from the nose as well. You both mentioned cherries, and I think that really comes through on the palate without being a sort of cherry bakewell-esque. It's really
Yeah.
really lovely.
Or candied cherries. It's not that, you know, candied sweet flavor. It's that freshness that you get in here.
Like the flesh, the actual flesh of the fruit.
Flesh and fresh.
Yeah. Plush. I love that word. I keep using it everywhere. This
Great
is
word.
plush red wine. So this is 100-year-old vines, or up to 100-year-old vines. And Noel Robertson, the winemaker, he's found all these vines that go into co-ops, and he's decided to collect them, buy them, and make beautiful wines like this. 4 years in oak. You try finding a canned wine with 4 years in oak. I mean, that's special.
And it's nowhere oaky at all. And
no, it's just softened the whole thing out. Honestly. Yeah. So there you have it. Canned wines. We're all fans now. I think
Definitely.
it's fair to say. If you want to give them a go, they're $5.99 each, so the equivalent of just over £15 a bottle, and you can buy them online at novelwines.co.uk.
or here in our shop in Bath.
Exactly. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.